Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I want to review for you a movie I just watched called Mobtown. This one will be available in theaters December 13th, 2019 from Saban Films. Alright guys, so this one was provided to me free for review. This movie is a drama rated R with a 1 hour and 30-minute runtime. It's directed by Danny A. Abeckaser, and it stars David Arquette, Danny A. Abeckaser, PJ Byrne, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, Jennifer Esposito, Gino Cafarelli, and a lot of Italian people, and I'm going to mess up their names, so that's as far as I'm going to go. So this movie was based on a true story, and I kind of had to look it up because I wasn't familiar with it, about in the late 50s in New York City. There was kind of like a turning of the guard or whatever. This kind of new guy is taking over, and he wants everybody to know and everybody to really get on board. And so they decide to have this party, this town called Appalachia, I believe it was, in New York, and they know this guy there and they're going to use his house. Coincidentally, there is a cop there who kind of has a score to settle against this guy, I can't remember what his name was, that's kind of taking over, and for whatever reason, something in his past, he ruined his career, and now he's stuck in this small town forever, never getting promoted. And that cop's played by David Arquette. And so he kind of becomes wise to that this guy is planning to have this party. He's buying all this food, renting all these rooms, and he thinks something big's going on. So he's kind of following him around and watching him. And I guess this led to the arrest of like 60-something mob bosses. There was over 100 people at this party. But I guess they only caught 60-something. And so, like I say, it's based on a true story. How much of the details are based off the actual events, I don't know. But but this movie was all right, guys. You know, it definitely showed that it was a little lower budget film. There were some parts where they for some reason, they wanted footage of like going down a street. But obviously they couldn't afford to recreate a 1950s street. So they had like this really old stock footage, and then they cropped it to make it widescreen, and it looked bad. If I was making the movie, I would have said, do we really need footage of a street for no reason? Like, it looks so bad, I just don't understand why they even included it. I mean, not that it takes away from the movie, just for me, like when I see something like that, I'm just like, it's like 15 seconds of the movie, just cut it out, you know? Other than that, it also showed towards the end, you know, there's supposed to be over 100 people at this party, and 62 or 65, something like that, of them get arrested. I don't think they had more than 20 people at the party. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 cars. They did manage to get all, I believe they were all kind of like era vehicles, which was cool. They had quite a few of those, and they were really nice too. Overall, I enjoyed the acting. I mean, David Arquette, of course, you know, he's a pro. He knows what he's doing. I also really liked the guy who lived in the town, and it was his house, and he was throwing the party. Like, he just his whole attitude and everything. It was really cool. I really liked him. And some of the people he interacted with too, they're kind of funny. Like, you know, he'd be like, "Oh, I need this," and they're like, "Oh, I can't give it to you," and you know, he's like, "Here's a bunch of money," you know, and you know, they're pretty good. Some of the other people, you know, nobody was bad, but the acting on the other parts was okay. So overall, for what it is, I did enjoy this one, guys. It's a little slow. I don't understand why they needed to go into David Arquette's love life and this romance he has with this woman. It just seemed really out of place and really not needed at all for the movie. Didn't really have anything to do with the story, and I didn't really understand why he had a romance. It just seemed like why. But the majority of this movie, you know, unlike like most mob movies are like, you know, mobsters all going after each other. The majority of this movie is just this guy kind of planning this party, and the cop kind of following him around. But it was still interesting. I like this one, guys. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Hope you did enjoy the review. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, check out the videos, and for more movie news, check out my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.